Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today we're going to be diving into a top 5 wish list for the upcoming Season 3 of Ranked Pokemon Unite. Now, Pokemon Unite's season is going to be ending in less than 3 days, so we're right around the corner. But before we jump into this wish list, do me a favor, drop a like on the video, and consider commenting later to let me know what you think of either my wish list or what you would hope to see going into Season 3 of Ranked Pokemon Unite. It helps out the channel, gets the video seen by other people, and I definitely appreciate it. So definitely drop a like for me if you wouldn't mind. Now, I actually have 6 things on this top 5 wish list because why the hell not? It's my video, I can do whatever I want. And let's go on ahead and dive into it. Alright, number 6 is going to be new content. Now, this is a very blanketed and big, number 6 thing on the wish list, and that's why I put it at number 6. But with a new season rollover, going into a new season on a game, it just seems really grand, right? Like the idea, the concept of it seems really grand and big, and in Pokemon Unite, it doesn't really feel that way. If y'all remember, Season 1 rolling into Season 2 felt really mediocre, nothing happened, and then a few days later we got some balance changes, and I think, if I remember correctly, Serena was released. And that didn't feel so great. It didn't feel like a new season, it didn't feel exciting or new, nothing really changed with Ranked at all, and ultimately it just felt like a giant disappointment, and I would love to see that changed. I would love for seasons to bring a lot of new content. This could be a perfect time for a character release. I know that probably won't happen, just saying, definitely a wish list for the future. I would love to see character releases line up with new seasons. I would love to see maybe new map or big map changes, a new theme, something that the game really focuses on, new items coming to the game. Ultimately, I would love for the new season to just be much more grand and something that feels really big, right? Really, really big and worth diving into, right? The implication of a new season implies there's change. It implies that there's something to go after, something to be excited about, and I really, really want that feeling for Pokemon Unite. Number 5 is going to be Global Rankings Expanded. Now, in Pokemon Unite currently, we have a Global Rankings leaderboard or global rankings tracking that only tracks the top 10,000 players globally. Now, that's really cool and it's definitely something to work for, but with the most recent rank changes where you actually get a ton more points, it can be a little hard to get to some of those numbers. It's 1900, 2K, something like that, where you really start to see those numbers climbing, and I would love to see that expanded. It's currently the top 10K players, but I wouldn't mind seeing the top 50K or 25K, something to give the player base something to kind of look at and see themselves grinding through or changing game after game. Ultimately, I don't really see there being a problem with that. I don't know what kind of infrastructure or work it takes for them to expand that, but obviously they have the technology to do it, and I would love to see that. Also, on your actual profile card, you know how you can set your favorite lane and the time of day you play? I think it'd be really cool if they would add the ability for us to add our region and maybe even filter the rankings leaderboard based on region. Something, again, to look at, to be excited about, and something for us to basically kind of use as another form of accomplishment. Number 4 is going to be a solo duo ranked list or queue and a 5-stack queue. This one is really, really important to me. I think it's a number 1, number 2 thing that needs to change in the game overall, but I think it's simple. I think that playing in 5 stacks is very, very strong. If you're not playing against other 5-stack teams, it's really unfair, it's unwinnable in most cases, and it's just not something that we should be comfortable having happen in Pokemon Unite. So give 5 stacks their own queue, their own leaderboards, their own things to work for, so that the rest of the player base, whether it's solo duo, solo, up to trio, maybe it's a flex queue where you can play solo duo or trio, the rest of us have our own fair, fun games and our own leaderboards to grind. I think that this is a very, very big bullet point. All right, number 3 is going to be new seasonal rewards. Now, we talked about new content, things that are tied to the season. That's great, a theme, a new map, maybe new character, things like that. But I really want to see seasonal rewards tied to ranked. I would love if there were, and I've talked about this in the past, but seriously, this would be so cool if there were big things that you could unlock depending on your rank and how high you got for that season that are exclusive. If you're in the top 100 players, or even maybe they could even be generous with it, top 10,000 players, top 1,000 players, you get a unique holoware. There's trainer outfits you could go after. There is profile banners. They could have a badge that's correlated to the rank season and have that badge be a sticker that you unlock for your profile card. Have a title for your card to let people know where you ended on the world ranking for that season. There's so many little things that they could give away as rewards that would feel tied to the season It would give that feeling of, you know, needing to grind or wanting to grind in order to unlock these things, and it would give the game a lot more like feeling of, man, I really need to get on and play. I really need to push for that thing because you want it, not because you have to, but because you really want it, and that would be really, really fun. Number 2, and of course you probably all thought this was going to be number 1, is going to be matchmaking changes. I think that for me this one is really simple. I have kind of recognized that Pokemon Unite's rank system is more or less a gigantic tutorial to get everybody to Master's rank. Now most players I think that play ranked are probably, the majority of players are probably in Master's rank, and that's fine. But if we were going to do that, I would love to see the matchmaking be much, like, severely tightened to make the games much more fair and fun. Now, here's another thing that I'm going to kind of tack on to this point and this wishlist item. I would love for Masters to be changed to where you start at, say, like 200 points, and then we have the ability to actually de-rank out of Masters. I think that it makes the system feel more fair to have to get into Masters and retain it, right? To actually have to work hard to hold it, not just, you know, negative 50% win rate your way up the Masters ranking, but to actually have to try to kind of hold it and then climb up into Masters. But that aside, if that doesn't ever happen, at least tighten the matchmaking by like anywhere between 200 to like 400 points. You know, being a 2100 player, having to play with 1200s, 1300s, 1400s, it just makes the games really random. It makes the games a little void of skill. It makes it unfun, and ultimately I think that it's really hurting the game. So however they decide to handle matchmaking or ranked, I hope that the bare minimum is that we have, and this is again ties back into that other bullet point, I hope that the bare minimum is that we have a queue that doesn't throw us against 5 stacks and a matchmaking system that is much more fun and fair. Ultimately, players like me, solo, duo, trio, however I'm trying to play, I want to be able to grind the leaderboard, and I want to be able to have fun and fair matches where I'm not having to carry the lowest ranked player, because that's ultimately what it feels like. And number 1 is going to be something that you probably weren't expecting at number 1, item changes. I really want to see a new season be the reason why they add new items, a reason why they rework or rebalance items. I think that items are such a big part of Pokemon Unite, and I've talked about this in the past, but I think it'd be super cool if each season had a slightly different item meta. Maybe they rebalance items. Maybe they take, you know, anywhere between 2 and 4 items and remove it for the game, you know, for that season, just for the season. Let's say, you know, season 3 rolls around and Buddy Barrier, Muscle Band, Focus Band, Score Shield are all gone. It would drastically change the meta. It would give the entire season a new feel. It would make some characters stronger than others. It would be so cool to see an item kind of like evolution and change and rebalance and rework and vaulting and unvaulting type of feeling for each season. I've thought so much about this, and I think that it'd be so incredibly fun to see how different the game could be played, explore the game, and ultimately just do something that's different than rolling us into a new season and nothing changing. More or less, that's my wish list. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, so please drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're not already. I want Pokemon Unite to feel grand and great and amazing. I want the infrastructure for the game to match up with how amazing and fun and awesome the gameplay is. And I think that some of these bullet points for a new season, some of these wishlist items could really do that. So I'd love to know your thoughts. As always, friends, I definitely do appreciate you supporting. Be sure to be kind to one another. Tell someone that you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.